Michael, he operates a local marketing business and has for 5 years. So some success over 5 years, not a brand new idea. So he doesn't have the copy yet, but he has a question about an idea. He's writing to businesses and asking them to contact him about his services. So his question is about incentives that he's seen, just reach out to me and you get a voucher for a meal or a hotel stay or something that's worth $100 up to a couple $100. So the question is just about using incentives to motivate prospects to make the first contact. So any thoughts? Now, again, his specific example is local marketing. So maybe we stay there at first, because obviously it would be radically different in different businesses.
There's a couple of things here. One is what to send them, right, in order to have them call you. And the other is kind of how to do that. And I'm not sure exactly what he's proposing here, but a lot of times I find it's better to get people to just ask you for something and you send it to them like a report, and then you've got their name, you've got their email, right? Rather than to say, if you call me, I will give you this, because people don't want to call people. They don't want to be subjected to your sales pitch. They don't want to be obligated. They don't want to take the time. How long is it going to take? Oh my God, I'm going to call him. It's going to take me, a half hour. I'm going to be on the phone with this guy that I don't even know that he's any good. So I would urge you to do more of a step-by-step process. Get their name, right? Then nag them about getting on a call with you, but give them good information, give them good tips. And my first reaction is that's even what your incentive should be, right? Your incentive, I think, should be, the 10 biggest mistakes local businesses make when it comes to marketing and how to fix them, or the one big mistake, right? Or, the local marketer's guide to getting more customers, right? Or, how any local store can get more customers, whatever it is, whatever those people would want to know about most, whatever they would not be able to resist getting. If you put yourself in their place, what would make you have to press the button, click, give your email to get this thing? I think that's what your incentive should be. Otherwise, it's too much I don't know, it feels a little bribey in a way, right? I'll give you a free steak dinner, or I'll give you this voucher, if you call me. I don't know if you want that positioning.
What Rachel put in is if Michael was here, this would be the question, something along the lines I was thinking. Is there anything you've already, if you're brand new and you're stressed for resources, different thing. But if you already have a team or what you're doing, is this something you could proactively do something for them? Do something so next Tuesday or Wednesday, their phone's going to ring twice as much, or whatever their thing is. Again, and the rest of the marketing could be horrible. You don't have to fix all of it. You just got to prove competence. What's the lowest hanging fruit? And then if I could do that, if I just saw the obvious hole that they're just not on Google Maps or something, I said, could you put them there? And especially if you could do the next thing, which drive a little bit of traffic. And I would just let them know, I'm going to do some marketing for you for free. Your phone's going to ring a lot more next Tuesday and Wednesday, or as close as you can come. And then if you think that was a good thing to help your business, why don't you call me back? And if I could possibly prove any level of competence, and I think with local marketing, it's super easy to do that, because there's so many companies that they make enough money where they could invest. I wouldn't be chasing every coffee shop that's barely hanging on, or every nail salon that's they have no money. They're never going to be able to invest. But there are a lot of businesses that are busy.
Qualify them in some way,
and you'll learn again. The thing, the busy coffee shop makes a lot of money. The profit margin on a cup of coffee is astronomical. That thing costs pennies to put in the cup, but they have rent and they got other expenses. So it's not. So if it's just selling more coffee, it is an incredible return on investment, as opposed to selling 10 more books in a bookstore. There's just not a lot of profit in that. So like, and I don't know, like, this is the way I would think about it. If I knew, and we get all, your guesses be pretty good on companies that'd be likely to invest in you. Do they sell tours, like big ticket items? Or, does the average customer, if they're like, if you're in a city where there's companies that lead tours, that's pretty high markup usually. And if you're going to, average 50 to a couple $100 per head, and you can send them 10 more people, and then, hey, you want me to do more of this, call me back. They're likely to call you back because there's no theory. They don't have to read the report. Like, there's just things that, because they're all busy, right? These people, all whatever they're doing, good, bad, or in the middle, they're in their minds, they're super busy and they don't have time to call you. But if you can prove that they can't afford not to, I think that for local marketing.
Yeah. And whether you do that as an upfront offer or whether you do that after you've got their name, that's a great way to get someone to call you. Is I'm going to specifically give you one thing, 3 things that you can do immediately to improve your business. And, you should have those things anyway in your back pocket, those clicks on your dial, right? Like, this is like Stan said, the low hanging fruit. It's always, get on Google Maps, right? It's always this. If it's not Google Maps, there's something else that they're not on that's an easy fix. If they don't have an email list, they should start doing an email list. If they don't, go to reactivate old customers, they should go to reactivate old customers, right? It's so many things for a retail store like that you could say, I'm going to give you 3, fixes, or 1, super fix. Because again, it's hard to get people to call you. There's so many, we think, why don't people want to get on the phone with me? I have so many good things that I could tell them, but it's just people, like I said before, sales pitch, length of time, the time commitment. That's another thing too, by the way, is you could say it's going to be a quick 10-minute call. There's going to be no sales pitch, right? And then you can always follow up with a sales pitch, but on the phone, you can honestly say there won't be.
And the thing with a model, I've had a couple clients over the years that still do the rubber chicken dinner kind of thing. Like they rent a hotel, they feed everybody, and they come in, and that it works. Like, it's still, there are the people who will show up for a bite to eat and meet people in the community, how you sell it, and then you have them captive. And there's just, it can't be awful food, but it doesn't have to be good by any measure, good. And then they meet people in the neighborhood, and there's that reciprocity thing. They're going to hear you through. So, like, I don't know if that would work for you, if you could host things that local business people would like to come to. If you just started handing out $500 vouchers, you're going to have all kinds of freebie seekers. I mean, if I'll call you if you're going to send me a $500 hotel, stuff like that. Like I'm saying, that's just super high risk. But if am I going to, get in the car and drive across town and get in a room full of people, if I have no interest for something, whether it's a meeting and some food, less likely, right, that I'm going to just freebie seek a mediocre dinner, unless I have some interest in what you want, what you provide. So I would.
There's a level of.
I'm always amazed how well that works in the financial industry. Yeah. It gets especially older people in conservative towns, and like we had a client not so long ago. That's all he does, and there was so much low hanging fruit in his business, and I'm pretty sure he did none of it because he was just, in the end, he was pretty content with the money he was making doing the chicken dinner. People shop, sells 1 or 2 people a quarter in his new clients, and he's making a good living. And
there's a community
doing, but it's good.
There's a community aspect to that too. It's like you're getting out. It's an excuse to go out, and then there's other people there, which I think some people like, and also it enables you to generate some excitement talking in front of them. Right. And then they see other people maybe signing up. If you can get people to sign up, you can do the, back of the room. What do they call that? The stampede to the back of the room kind of thing. There's all sorts of techniques you could use, and maybe even study how financial planners put on these things, do these things, sign up people from these things. Just, steal their model, send out the same sort of postcard.
You could go to one.
Go to one.
I would say, it depends on your town. I bet there's somebody doing that because it's effective.
I'm kind of envious. I'm kind of envious to people like him that work with local retailers, because, we work like people and I've heard Dan Kennedy say that. I heard Jay Abraham say that. I've been doing this for 30 years. And they have been. They're doing it. You tell them that, want to try doing this. They go like, yeah, I tried that 4 years. Whatever it is, they've tried it. It's hard to do consulting with people. You got to be on your toes and sharp all the time and come up with new things. Local retailer, man, all this stuff is new to them. Right? You can do amazing things for them.
Yeah, and there's other, like, it applies to, like, copywriters ask this question a lot, and that's the most business. They don't know what copy, even if there are words in their advertising, they don't know it's called copy, or there are people who do this for a living. Like, it's just one of those, and they could 20 years, very successful business. It never occurred to them to hire a writer to write ads. But if you could show them, like, look, this is like, I could write this for you. And you host it, right? You have complete control of it. Or if you do know that they're doing emails and they're just not good marketing emails, like, offer, like, hey, would you be willing to test even some headlines? Are you looking at the open rates? We had a client not so long ago that did this. Like, he was vaguely aware there was such a thing as how many people clicked on my email, that he could know that. Like, he heard rumor of it because he had hired someone to do it for him and they were sending emails. But the idea of some subject lines got more activity than others was like, if I had flown, it would have been no more miraculous for that moment for him. And so, like, there's so, and again, really successful business person by every way you could measure it. And that was such a, not there. And just doing that and then putting a specific thing to do in the emails, he doubled yet again, like, instantly. Like, he didn't do the last half of the consulting because he had to hire more people and was opening another store. And it just exploded his business with two of the most obvious things in the world: test the headlines and then give people something to do. And then the things that they do more of, put that in more emails. Go. And that just, it changed everything. It doubled the number of people coming into the store to do something, like, ready to buy, like, asking for the thing. So, like, with marketing, I just think there's so many opportunities to do, like, just one thing better for them and prove competence. And then, like, I communicate with this guy all the time. He's like, yeah, like, I want to come back and do more. And it's been a year. And I get it, because he's busy growing a business. He doesn't really need the next good idea just yet. He's still building a business that's leveraging the last two good ideas. And it wasn't like I invented these things. You all know them. All right. Anything else, David? Just moving on to the next.
Yeah. I would say an opportunity for him too is one is syndication. As you find out what works here, go to the next town, go to another town, like, you did something for a barber in your town, do it for barbers all around the country. And the other thing too is, done for you. Right? A lot of these people aren't going to be able to implement what you told them. So there's a lot of money in, okay, I will handle your email list, right? I will do this. I will place your ads.
Right, because that's like the idea of how you would know the email open rates. Well, you could do that for them and provide the information. And then that is a service they would understand paying for if they're doing it already. If they're not already sending email, it probably, that's a bigger deal. Managing a thing they're not even doing now is a harder sale. Then I can better manage a thing that they're already doing and get you better results.
Well, you're not so much managing something you're already doing. You're kind of walking in there with leads for them. Like, that's the actual product is, here, I got you all these leads in this email list now. I'm just delivering it figuratively to you.